From the archive, the first Gurkha Victoria Cross. Kulbir Thapa was born at Nigalpani in Nepal around 1888, and originally enlisted with the 1st Battalion of the 3rd Gurkha Rifles, but was transferred to the 2nd Battalion for service in France after the outbreak of the First World War in 1914. In September 1915, 3GR had been tasked with taking part in the larger Battle of Neuve Chapelle. A prior German bombardment had unfortunately hit a cache of British gas shells in the section of line held by 3GR, and so the Gurkhas had to carry out their attacks in gas masks. Casualties were heavy. Kulbir had been part of a party of soldiers which had fought their way into a German trench despite the odds, but in doing so every other party member had been killed save him. Kulbir, though wounded himself, came across a wounded British soldier of the Leicestershire Regiment and against the protestations of the man, stayed with him for the rest of the day and following night. On the morning of the 26th, under the cover of mist, Kulbir carried the wounded man back out through the German wire and brought him to comparative safety. He then returned and carried out 2 wounded Gurkhas one after the other. Finally, he returned once more, by this time in broad daylight, to the initial wounded British soldier and brought him to the full safety of the British lines. For the majority of this last trip he was under enemy fire, and it is said that in at least one instance German fire ceased and was replaced with applause upon seeing Kulbir's bravery. For his efforts, Kulbir was the first Gurkha soldier to be awarded the Victoria Cross, the military's highest award for gallantry.